we are going to be ranking the best seasons in Chapter 4. We're going to be ranking them from worst to best. So, Chapter 4, 2 seasons ago, a lot of people are comparing this season to Chapter 4, so I think it would be a good idea to rank all the Chapter 4 seasons from worst to best. Chapter 4 was the first chapter of what I like to call modern Fortnite. Fortnite that's more like when Fortnite began to become like, the Fortnite we know today. So, starting off in last place, the worst season in Fortnite Chapter 4 was by far Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 3. And it was pretty obvious because Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 3 really had the new biome wasn't good. I don't like the jungle biome. I didn't like how they added a jungle biome. I never liked jungle biomes in Fortnite, so that was one thing. The second thing was, I think they added mechs. They added mechs back in that season, and I did not like the mechs. So I don't like overpowered items that don't take skill to use, like the cars from the modded cars or stuff like that. Those type of weapons I don't like, and that Fortnite season had a lot of that, so I don't like it. And also, the map changes. It got rid of a lot of iconic locations on the map, so that also had an effect. It also the map they sometimes change the contrast of the map, like the color of the map, like how it looks, and I didn't like they did change it, and I didn't like the change that they made to that. Some good things about it were they did add. Hold on. It's a victory crown right there. Just splash. Okay, so they did add a very, very cool feature of absolutely nothing. They added nothing in this season. This season was probably the second worst season in Fortnite history, and came in Chapter 4. And also, another reason why it was bad, it had two great seasons competing against it, so when people were looking for a season to beat those two, it's nowhere close. I mean, it was bad. It didn't have that anything. So I was going to say the one good thing I did like the feature of the grapple vines. I felt like they could have done more with that. They could have done more. The weapons that they added were nice, but there's nothing really good to remember other than that about that season. So the second worst season in Chapter 4 was Chapter 4, Season 4. And it was better. It was definitely better than Chapter 3. You could see they made an improvement on that. But it still didn't live up to what the other seasons have. The new POIs were nice. They definitely looked nice. But even though I like to use this gun, it was still so annoying when somebody else used it against you. It was the Twin Mag AR. And this is probably the best assault rifle in Fortnite. I did like, though, how they did use the theme of spies. They kind of redid that. The heisted stuff. And they kind of actually teased the last season. The collaborations were okay. The Battle Pass was okay. I did like Fish Stick. He's probably my favorite. Battle Pass skin of Chapter 4. So it did have a lot of improvements from Chapter 4 Season 3, and it was a good season overall. I'd say it was a mid, it was mid, but when you have such a bad season like Chapter 4 Season 3, then it's just grateful to get back into that. And the storyline they started that went into OG season, I feel like the season was good overall. They did take away my favorite landing spot, the Citadel, but it was replaced by a decent POI, the Relentless Retreat. So that season was good overall. Now we're going to go to the second best season, and these were really hard to figure out which one was better, but I'm gonna have to say Chapter 4 Season 2 was the second best. That was the Mega City season. That was with the kinetic blades. That had the Japanese overall theme, kind of like this one, but it was future Japan and ancient Japan. This is modern Japan this season right now. So basically, almost like this season, they definitely took last season's inspiration. They did add Mega City was the biggest POI. The Havoc shotguns were good. The bosses were okay. I mean, the bosses, they, like, walked around the map, like the Wild Card and those stuff. Like, they were okay. Battle Pass wasn't that great. I didn't really like the Battle Pass. Which I didn't get it that season, actually. Which I usually do get the Battle Pass, but that season, I didn't get it. A bad thing about it was they took away my favorite drop spot from Chapter 4 Season 1, which was Faulty Splits, which was a very great POI from Chapter 4 Season 1, and they are going to make a Fortnite remix, or like a Fortnite, like a, redo a season after Chapter 6, then they should definitely do a Chapter 4 and skip Chapter 3, because, I mean, who wants to do that again? Who wants to go through Chapter 3 again? So, the best season for Chapter 4 is, by far, one of the better seasons in Fortnite. When this season came out, this was after Fortnite, it had one of the worst chapter in Fortnite history, and this was kind of like a fresh start. Everything was new. They introduced motorbike, dirt bikes. The Shockwave Hammer was great. It's Chapter 4, Season 1. The map was great. It wasn't complicated. And I feel like it was more... A big problem from Chapter 3 was that people weren't getting as much fights as they wanted, because everything was... Because there was so much POIs on the map, but there wasn't any named locations. Like, there wasn't a this, like, hold on. There wasn't a this, there wasn't a this, there wasn't that. There was just POIs. That was the only place with loot that you could get, and there was a lot of them. So you weren't getting that much loot because there was a lot of POIs. You weren't getting that much kids because they were all landing at different POIs. And there was, if you didn't want to land at a POI, then you basically had no loot. So Chapter 4, Season 1, basically did the opposite of everything. There wasn't a lot of POIs, but there was still fights because there was so much space that you can land. There were so many other places other than POIs that you can land at to get loot. And when you did land at POIs, you did get a lot of fights. You did get a lot of kids. Ageless Boss was great. He was super hard. But it's Excalibur rifle, which was okay. Normal Excalibur rifle. I mean, I wouldn't pick one up unless it was the Mythic. Bad thing, they did reintroduce the Scar, which wasn't as good as the original Scar. But it was outclassed also by the red assault rifle. Kind of looked like this. That one was great. The shotgun, the Thunder shotgun was great. Basically like a pump shotgun, like the classic pump shotgun, but it had a different, like a vertical, a horizontal, like scope, not a scope, like, you know what I mean, like a horizontal instead of the normal rectangle or square. The auto shotgun wasn't good. The Maven auto shotgun, which I think stayed in the game for the whole chapter. But the map was great. Probably the best stalking map out of all the maps. Chapter 4, Season 1. And I feel like a lot of seasons like took away from this one because it always happens. The map always starts to change and get worse or better, but I felt like the map didn't really get better after that season. So those are my rankings. The Battle Pass was also great. The Battle Pass was the first time I've actually ever got a tier 100 skin in the Battle Pass. The first time I've done that because I was level 100 before, but I didn't buy the Battle Pass when I was level 100, so that was the first time I bought a Battle Pass and got to level 100. And that's also the first season when I actually started to get good and play a lot. I started Chapter 2, Season 1, but I wasn't really good because I just started then. And that was the season where I started to win like 10% of my games. Like that was when it really started to get good for me in Fortnite. So I hope you liked the video. I'm going to continue playing as usual. He's running away. Just ran away. Okay, so I guess I get to see the forecast now. I do have a victory crown, so I gotta be very careful. I don't think I should worry about that guy because he didn't look too good. If I got on his motorcycle, I could chase him. You can jump on these now. Oh my goodness, wait. You can jump on these. Is that him? That is him. Oh, now what? Running again? There we go. They did, I think, increase the range on this, so that's good. Did he just steal my motorcycle? No. Right. Oh, that's him right there. He's right there. I see him. That was him. Uh-oh. You're a bit Farron. Okay. They both die. That would have been weird. I think they did both die, though. Oh my goodness, what happened? Okay, they're fighting. Now, who was that? Oh my goodness, it was another kid. That's the kid I was chasing. I don't know why I didn't pick up my paper exam. Okay, bye.